Evolution has allowed individual people the innate ability to solve an innumerable number of problems on their own. Historically, the evolution of our species shows us that working within a group was beneficial for problem solving. And while many aspects of our development once owed themselves to this approach, the ascendance of man in the current era has leapt forward so vastly, taking unprecedented strides and changing the way we look for solutions to problems. The way we think now encourages us to find ways to solve many of our problems on our own. Innovation and creative approaches often originate from people working in isolation. We now look to the individual for solutions. Our education has improved. Technology continues to advance at an astronomical pace, and we have access to more and more resources. Of course, this doesn't mean we can't sometimes use help from our friends and peers on the more difficult problems we face. It simply means that we can focus more completely when we work by ourselves, when we are self-reliant in our quest for solutions. Nowadays, the two heads concept often doesn't serve us, instead becoming a mess of too many cooks stirring the pot, slowing down the problem-solving process and obstructing the person who has the intelligence and wherewithal to seek out answers. Often, intelligent people believe that in being alone and going it alone, they are more likely to figure out the solution to whatever the problem is in front of them. Now, let's talk about the effect of being alone in regards to the importance of socialization. It may sound counterintuitive at first, but the studies that showed intelligent people often prefer to be alone also showed that those same people socialize more often. This doesn't necessarily mean they spend most of their time with their friends, but rather they get out and explore the world around them, looking for new and exciting things to do, for experiences and inspiration that they can use when problem solving. Yes, spending time with friends is essential for many reasons. We are still
Hey everyone, I am Peter from Top Think, and today we're going to answer a very interesting question. Do smart people feel more lonely? Now, let's begin. In 1888, one of history's most iconic geniuses supposedly chopped off his right ear. Labeled desperate and crazy, Vincent van Gogh is probably the most famous example of a stereotype surrounding intelligent people. The smarter you are, the more isolated you get. When you imagine someone who's hyper-intelligent, what kind of person do you picture? Are they friendly and easy to talk to, or troubled and misunderstood? The tortured genius cliché has become somewhat ingrained in our culture over the last couple hundred years. In fact, some say it started with Van Gogh himself. When we look back at some of the most influential characters like Virginia Woolf, Nikola Tesla, and Alan Turing, we view them as lonely revolutionaries, extraordinary outcasts, intelligent people tormented by their gifted minds. Of course, we didn't just make this stuff up. Many of these talented people isolated themselves from friends and family. They struggled with mental illnesses like depression and bipolar disorder. They seemed to only find solace and company in their work, whether it be painting, writing, or unlocking the secrets of the universe. It's no surprise that people think loneliness and brilliance go hand in hand. But did their intelligence lead them down this lonely road? Are smart people actually lonelier than everyone else? First, let's take
the answer to all this question is when nobody understands you and nobody is interested in what you are interested in, and your jokes are not funny to people because they don't get it, you will automatically be, feel alone.
Take a step back. So far, we've been using the terms intelligent and genius interchangeably. The truth is, there's a pretty large distinction. Only a tiny portion of the most intelligent people actually qualify as geniuses. If you want to see whether or not you have genius-level intelligence, you typically need to know your intelligence quotient, or IQ. If you score upwards of 160, it means you're part of an elite group of exceptionally gifted people. You're smarter than 99.9997% of the entire population. But here's the thing about IQ scores and intelligence as a whole. They're unreliable and frankly inconsistent. You can be amazing at one thing and terrible at another. You can have an IQ of 130, yet be less successful than someone 40 points lower than you. The first person to notice this also happened to be a pioneer of the IQ test, a psychologist named Lewis Terman. After developing the Stanford Binet intelligence scales, Terman wanted to test if someone's IQ could predict their future. To study this, he rounded up a group of intelligent children who he called the termites. Now, these kids weren't picked because they were geniuses. The termites' IQ all fell north of 135, which isn't in the genius range. Terman's goal here was never to prove that all geniuses become tortured souls. He didn't intend to weigh in on whether people like Van Gogh or Turing were actually victims of their own intelligence. But, in a way, he kind of did. His actual aim was to simply watch how the termites' lives played out. He wanted to see for himself if smarter people had any advantages in life. Do smart people have a higher chance of being wealthy? Would they establish as many friendships? Are smart people prone to mental illness? Terman would answer these questions and more over the next 70 years of his study, making it one of the longest in history. For us, Terman's most important discovery didn't come until decades after the experiment begun. To make this study work, researchers had to consistently survey each termite about their lives. When they compared their answers throughout the years, they noticed something unusual, something that shines a different light on the stereotype of the tortured genius. The researchers found that termites weren't any lonelier than the average person. In fact, most of them were happily married with loving families. They had no trouble forming lasting friendships. They excelled in high-ranking social positions. For some, their whole job revolved around connecting with other people. My point is that the termites' intelligence didn't stop them from relating to the world around them. With this in mind, you can look back through history and re-examine some of those lonely outcasts. For example, Virginia Woolf was happily married for most of her life. The last thing she ever wrote actually highlighted how happy her husband made her. Albert Einstein, another well-known genius, was upbeat, social, and had countless friends. He was one of the most revolutionary thinkers of all time, while maintaining a healthy and fulfilling social life. So does that mean smart people aren't really any lonelier? All these intelligent people lived relatively normal lives. So does that mean the tormented genius is a myth? Well, what if we've been looking at the question the wrong way? What if you're not lonely because you're smart? You're lonely because you're a specific kind of smart. Like I said earlier, intelligence is an extremely diverse concept. Some people are smart because they can do calculus in their head. Others can easily conceptualize the origins of life. Can you really say which one is smarter than the other? In Terman's study, he chose people using one definition of intelligence, their scores on his IQ test. It's true that he didn't notice any signs of isolation in his termites, but what if there's another kind of intelligence that can make you lonely? A few years ago, a renowned analyst who happens to have an IQ of 185 explained what it's like to walk a mile in her shoes. As she discussed her relationships and career, she made one thing very clear. Despite having a normal social life, she has always felt somewhat lonely. But it wasn't because she was too good at her job or feared that people would dislike her for her intelligence. She felt lonely because the majority of society doesn't think the way she does. No one in her life made connections, drew conclusions, and solved problems like she did. No one used the same cognitive models that she uses every day. Things that seemed obvious to her made no sense to everyone else. To make matters worse, she couldn't see things from their perspective either. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't dumb down her mental framework. She could hardly ever communicate where her loneliness came from because no one could understand her perspective. In the end, she concluded that intelligent people just see the world in a way few others do. So what kind of intelligence is this? What does it take to change your fundamental understanding of the world around you? It's not something you can measure in grades, degrees, or net worth. Intelligence, in this context, is your capacity to look inward. It's your ability to honestly reflect on and deconstruct your own thoughts. This is sometimes called emotional intelligence. At its core, emotional intelligence is understanding your feelings and the feelings of the people around you. If you have average emotional intelligence, you should have at least 3 different skills. First, emotional awareness, or your ability to identify feelings. Second, emotional application, which is when you can apply your emotions to thoughts and behaviors. And finally, emotional management, otherwise known as emotional regulation. This means keeping your emotions in check when you need to. All of these sound pretty normal, right? That's because emotional intelligence isn't something we usually think about or measure. There's actually no official scale to test someone's emotional aptitude. Maybe that's because a lot of scientists don't really think emotional intelligence exists. Or maybe, much like intelligence as a whole, it's too diverse to put on paper. Either way, emotional intelligence is a powerful gift. It's probably best explained through art, which has been a powerful medium for emotionally intelligent people for thousands of years. Imagine you're standing in an art gallery. You're staring at a painting of a sunrise, but to you, it doesn't seem like anything special. A few minutes later, a guy walks up next to you. He's immediately moved by the artwork, almost like he's seeing something you're not. Well, what if he actually is? Many people with high emotional intelligence have described their isolation in a very similar way. Your intellect lets you think deeper about who we are, what we do, and how we feel. But unlike discovering some advanced mathematical equation, you don't discover new things. You explore feelings and experiences that all of us have, but don't pay attention to. Ralph Waldo Emerson puts it best when he says, "In every work of genius, we recognize our own rejected thoughts." Emotionally intelligent people look for that meaning hiding under the surface, and it goes further than just our feelings. You might find yourself breaking down commonly accepted ideas like social norms and expectations. So while others see a bland sunrise, you may be experiencing something deeper. These emotional realizations can be enlightening, but equally isolating. When you tear down ordinary constructs, you may start to see them as meaningless. Or maybe the connections you made now feel hollow. While everyone else happily goes about their daily life, you're stuck questioning things like love, altruism, and identity. And it's not like you can just ignore these thoughts. Once you see something deeper, it's all you can see. If one day you understood the deeper meaning of that painting, could you go back to seeing it as a boring sunrise? The strangest thing about emotional intelligence is that it doesn't take some profound genius to get here. Whether you have a high IQ or not, you may be feeling lonely in your life because you're a certain kind of smart. The kind that lets you analyze and understand things that no one else does. So, while the stereotype of the tortured genius doesn't really exist, there is some truth to it. Intelligence doesn't make you antisocial, troubled, or crazy, but it can make you feel lonely. Thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Hey, don't look now, but here are 8 signs you're smarter than the people around you. You know, intelligence often means something rather different from being good at exams or memorizing history books by heart. Being smart doesn't always mean being obvious about it. And if you have just a couple of friends, if you frequently seem lonely, or if you're a perfectionist, the chances are high that you're simply smarter than the people who surround you. Okay, Smarty Pants, before you find out other signs of high intelligence, click the red subscription button. Yeah, the red one. That's how you'll get to the bright side of life. There, you'll find hundreds of videos that can answer almost all of your burning questions. Remember to ring the notification bell as well, because this is how Brightsiders get to know about daily updates on the channel. Okay, Brainiacs,
This guy
let's
like
kick
to
this off
program
with
people.
number 8. You enjoy being alone. The more a highly intelligent person socializes with friends and acquaintances, the less satisfied they are with their life. Doesn't this sound a bit contradictory to everything we know about humans? Like the fact that we are happier when surrounded by other people? Psychologists at the Singapore Management University and the London School of Economics don't think so. According to their research, individuals with an IQ that is higher than average can actually feel worse if they're involved in too much socialization. About 15,000 young adults aged between 18 and 28 took part in the study. The main trend turned out to be that the more time young people spent with other people, the more satisfied they were with their life. On the other hand, this tendency was reversed if a person was classified as highly intelligent. The scientists have already developed a couple of theories explaining this phenomenon. The most apparent thing to assume is that smart people perceive the process of communication as something that distracts them from their goals. As a result, they may feel that it's much more important to concentrate on their own projects than to socialize. There's also a theory based on the evolutionary development of humankind. Accordingly, intelligent people can adapt to the modern world more successfully because they have more tools to do so. Consequently, they are simply more independent than others and don't need help from other people. That's why being part of a group isn't so important now. Historically, our ancestors needed to stay together to survive. On top of that, there's the concept of emotional intelligence, which includes a person's ability to be honest with themselves and perceive themselves objectively. It's obvious that people who succeed in this process may encounter misunderstanding, irritation, boredom, or censorship if they try to share their ideas with a group of people. Their point of view on almost any subject, be it art, religion, or relationships in a family, will seem too brave, unacceptable, threatening, or even too sensitive to listeners. That's why highly intelligent people sometimes find it hard to maintain many social connections. Yes, we do. At the same time, it's important to say that enjoying communication with your friends doesn't make you less intelligent. The thing is that smart people who have perfect adaptation mechanisms have learned to feel comfortable around other people, and this doesn't make them unhappy. In any case, if you or other people in your life prefer being alone, this doesn't necessarily mean loneliness. Sometimes it's just a sign of greater intelligence. Number 7. You feel pressured. Smart people often see and realize things that the people around them can't comprehend. That's why they know for sure where their life should head. Sometimes this direction is completely different from the direction in which everyone else moves. Smart people understand that they can do more, make more money, build a better career, and have better relationships. At the same time, they live under constant pressure. If a highly intelligent person does something that doesn't contribute to their success and well-being, they feel as if they're failing and wasting their resources. They put pressure on themselves and it keeps growing. And if their life differs from the one they pictured in their mind, smart people tend to attack and criticize themselves. Number 6. You often daydream. Daydreaming might not be a distracting habit, but a sign of high intelligence. In their study, psychologists from the Georgia Institute of Technology drew a connection between daydreaming and the efficiency and strength of a person's brain. Participants of the study had to focus on something for 5 minutes. During this time, their brains were monitored with the help of an MRI machine. After that, they were given several intelligence tests, as well as tests that measured their attention level. It turned out that the people with the highest test scores were also the people whose minds wandered most during the easier tasks. Oops, sorry, my mind was wandering. Number 5. You're open-minded. Highly intelligent people never close themselves off if they come across new ideas or unusual opportunities. They tend to look for alternative solutions and consider the views of other people. According to psychologists, open-minded people who are interested in different viewpoints and analyze all the evidence they have higher scores on intelligence tests. At the same time, even after having considered various opinions, smart people tend to choose the ideas they're going to follow with care. They are unlikely to accept something purely on face value. They don't trust blindly, demanding sufficient evidence first. Number 4. Your self-control is exceptional. Well, that lets me out. Another thing that makes smart people stand out in a crowd is their ability to overcome impulsiveness. They tend to plan their actions, clarify their goals, explore different strategies, and think about consequences. A study published in the journal Psychological Science in 2009 established a connection between intelligence and self-control. The researchers who conducted this study believe that smart people have a more developed anterior prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain responsible for solving difficult problems and exhibiting self-control when you're moving toward your goal. Self-control. It all sounds great until ice cream comes into play, and then I drive right off into the bushes. Number 3. Your indecisiveness stems from overanalyzing. Highly intelligent people need to know all the pros and cons before they make a decision. But at the same time, the more they analyze, the less likely they are to act. The problem is that smart people overanalyze and, as a result, develop so many what-if scenarios that it gets the better of them. One more reason why it's hard for intelligent people to make decisions is their tendency for perfectionism. They have to get the best result possible. This gets especially frustrating if they lead a team of people or an organization. Their inability to take the final step can have highly negative effects. Number 2. You often feel dissatisfied or unhappy. For some smart people, their intelligence turns out to be a curse. They simply don't fit in, and sometimes wonder about the truthfulness of the expression, "ignorance is bliss." When they pretend to be less smart to be accepted in a social group, they feel as if they're betraying themselves. Under such circumstances, smart individuals start to worry and overthink. Unfortunately, this leads to a negative attitude and cynicism. It becomes especially prominent if a person doesn't have any emotional support or lacks experiences that can affirm their positive image of themselves and the world around them. Statistically, emotional and creative intelligence, together with the ability to connect the dots, frequently indicate an increased risk of developing depression. So chill man, it's okay. Number 1. You connect concepts that seem unrelated. Smart people can see patterns nobody else pays attention to. This happens due to their ability to draw parallels. So, while most people see absolutely nothing in common between a watermelon and a piece of sashimi, a smart person will immediately say that both products are cold and eaten raw. In fact, some researchers believe that people can draw such connections thanks to a creative mind, and creativity is closely related to high intelligence. Plus, sashimi on watermelon sounds really good, doesn't it? So hey, did you recognize any features that you possess? Do you prefer your own company to the company of your friends? Tell us about this in the comment section below. Remember to hit the like button if this video revealed previously hidden sides of intelligence to you. And subscribe to our channel. That's intelligent too. Life is more fun on the bright side.
Shackled by this mortal body.
We bring the
Pure
pick me as well.
Hello everyone. In the second chapter of the book, Robert Greene talks about narcissism, which is a state of an extreme self-absorption. And while we are all, up to some extent, narcissistic, almost all the problems in the world can be directly or indirectly connected to the extreme form of it, which is deep narcissism. We all naturally possess the most remarkable tool for connecting to people and attaining social power. This tool is empathy. When cultivated and properly used, it can allow us to see into the moods and minds of others, giving us the power to anticipate people's actions and gently lower their resistance. This instrument, however, is blunted by our habitual self absorption. It is quite wise to understand that we are all narcissists, some deeper on the spectrum than the others. It is therefore our mission in life to come to terms with this self love and learn how to turn our sensitivity outward, towards others instead of inward. We must recognize at the same time the toxic narcissists among us before getting enmeshed in their dramas and poisoned by their envy. In our early childhood, we are dependent on others for attention, validation, and love. But later on, we realize that these sources are not that reliable. Our emotional needs often remain unmet, and so we learn to develop an inner sense of self. This is a positive self image of ourselves that we create in our mind. In this image, we make our positive attributes prominent and explain away our flaws. This helps us develop positive self love and validates us from within. We can resort to it at any point, especially when we are alone. It is very reliable, so much so that it becomes unconscious and we barely notice it. Unfortunately, some people never learn to develop this inner sense of self. They remain dependent on others for all the attention and validation. The reason of this is often a sharp break in their early stages of development. Perhaps their parents were abusive or were themselves too self absorbed to acknowledge the child. Or maybe they were too much caring, which conditioned that child to remain dependent on others for all
Hey
their
yo,
emotional needs and their
Genesis,
sense of
what's
self,
up?
even in adulthood. These people rank high on the
Is it
narcissism
true
scale.
that
They
this
tend to
game
see
is
others
dead?
as
Yeah.
extensions of themselves, also called as
Well,
self objects.
the true
People are
answer is
just like
yes.
instruments for attention and
Uh,
validation. Their
but
desire is to
is
control
it
them
dead?
like they
Dead?
control their own arm or leg.
Casually, not really.
In a relationship,
Is it
they will
dead in
slowly
the
make the
soul?
partner cut off contact with
Yep,
friends.
it's dead in the soul. And when I say dead in the soul, I mean like the players that
Empathy
play it,
is more than
along
anything
with
a
the
state of mind.
developers,
The greatest danger you
don't
face is your
contribute
general
towards
assumption
making the
that you
game
really understand people and that you can quickly judge and
attractive
categorize
to
them.
other players.
Instead, you must begin with the assumption that you are ignorant and that you have natural biases that will make you
And my
judge people
boy
incorrectly.
Jaku
Empathy is an
Hoza,
instrument
I
of
mean
emotional attunement. It is
Zaiku
hard for us to
Hoza,
read or figure out the thoughts of
Jaku
another
Hua,
person, but feelings and moods are
I
much
don't know how to
easier for
pronounce
us
his
to pick
name.
up. We are all prone to catching the emotions of
There are
another
longer
person.
queues time for certain region.
The reason you are able to understand your friends or
And yeah.
partners so deeply is that you have a lot of information about their tastes, values, and family background. We all have had the experience of thinking we know someone, but over time having to adjust our
Yo, you want to hop
impression
into this
once we get
queue?
more
There's one
information.
space for one more
So,
person.
while physical empathy is extremely powerful, it must
And
be supplemented by
oof,
analytical empathy.
I gotta
Becoming empathetic, like anything, involves a process. In order to make sure that you are really making progress and improving your ability to understand people on a deeper level, get direct and indirect feedback from others. You can directly ask them about their moods or learn more about their life.
yeah.
People tend to wear the mask that shows them off in the best possible light and hides their insecurities. They want to be seen as humble, confident, and diligent. They say the right things, smile, and seem interested in our ideas. They learn to conceal their insecurities and envy. If we take this appearance for reality, we never really get to know their true feelings, and on occasion we become shocked at their sudden resistance, hostility, and manipulative actions. Fortunately, the mask has cracks in it. People continually leak out their true feelings and unconscious desires in the nonverbal cues that they cannot completely control. For example, their facial expressions and
Yeah,
posing in the
this
body.
game is a bit
You must master
trash.
this language by transforming yourself into a
When you are
superior
waiting for
reader of men
queues,
and women. Armed with
it's
this
not good at
knowledge,
all.
you can take proper defensive measures when necessary. And most importantly, you can effectively help and take care of the people you love. Milton Erickson was a pioneer in hypnotherapy and one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century. One day he woke up at age 17 to
Yeah, it's a
find
really
certain
good
parts
game.
of his body paralyzed.
Speaking about game, I'm
A few
also
days
making
later, he
my
was
own
diagnosed with
game,
polio and was unable to move any
but
part of his body
I'm not
except
sure
his
because I
eyelids.
haven't
While
run
being in
the
that state, he discovered something
I'm
phenomenal.
building this. I mean, I've
Since his
built a
eye could
server,
blink,
the
he could
TCP
notice
part,
unusual cues when
and
he
I
saw his
try
listeners
inputting
talking or
UDP to
playing with
like
each other.
speed up stuff like
He would
movement and
notice their
stuff,
body language, the way they talked, the
but
way they made requests to each other, and
I
so
couldn't
on.
get that to work.
He was able to see their deep desires and intentions by
Oh, you got
focusing
a game?
deeply on their
Nice.
nonverbal communication.
Alright, man, I'll see you
In a
around.
similar way, he learned to walk again by
If you hop
focusing on a
bottom,
particular muscle in his leg.
if you stop. Oh, I didn't
Wanting
ready
to
up.
explore this thing further, he decided to pursue a career in psychology. For Milton, his sudden
Yeah, man, I'm
paralysis
building
opened his eyes to not only a
an
different form of
RPG. I won't call it an
communication, but
MMO,
also a completely different
but it's
way
an
of
online
relating to
game.
people. What he discovered is that
And
nonverbal communication
I've been
can
working on the
be
network
expressed
part
simply
for
through
like, I don't
thinking
know,
and
6
translating
months or
ideas
something.
into words, but must be felt
Uh,
physically as one engages with
well,
the
to make
facial
it to work
expressions
was not a
or leg
problem. It's
positions of other
just
people.
when
It is
you
a different form
when
of
you get
feeling,
something like
one that
that is
connects with
complicated to
an animal
work,
part of our
it
nature.
doesn't mean that you know how to use it. It doesn't mean that you know everything about it. So I've been like,
Remember that people are generally
in
trying
the
to
process
present
of
the
like
best possible front to the
implementing
world.
more stuff,
They
like
will use
adding more
words
stuff
to
to the
hide their feelings
system.
and
I've
distract you from
sort
your
of like had
reality. They'll also use
challenges,
certain
and
facial expressions that are
so
easy to
each one
pick
of
up
those
and that
challenges like
people
kind of like
often
get me
use
through the
when to
step of
miss.
understanding
Your
the
task is to
entire
look past the
system.
distractions and become more
And I'd
aware of
say
these
like six
signs that
months
reach
now I've
out
been like,
automatically,
I just been
revealing something of the true
attaching
emotion
stuff
beneath the mask.
together, putting all the pieces together in a sense. And right now I fully understand the system, and now for the TCP part, now I want to add a UDP
Choosing
to
people
it,
to work
but
and associate
I don't
with,
really think I
you'll be
need
mesmerized by their reputation for
restart my
taking you
client. I
on
like
its
to go
surface
to
initial
option and
satisfaction.
uncheck,
Instead,
then
throw
recheck full
yourself to dig
screen,
deep
uncheck
within
and
them and
recheck,
see their character.
accelerate,
People's
input
character is
and
formed in their
control
earliest
alt
years
delete
and by
and
their daily
restart Windows
lives.
Explorer.
It is
Jesus,
what
how many
compels them
things
to
are you doing
repeat
right now?
certain actions in their lives and fall into negative patterns. Look closely at such patterns and keep in
Oh, we
mind
can
that
also
people
queue for
never
like
do
2
something
people.
just
Am
once.
I the host?
They
I
will
mean, am I the like
inevitably
party?
repeat their behavior.
Alright. Alright,
Gauge the
queue
relative
up.
strength
Maybe
of
we're
their
gonna get like
character by how
matches for
well
2
they handle
people.
adversity,
Get a
their ability
matchup.
to adapt and work with other people, and their patience and ability to learn. Always gravitate
Eh,
towards those who
bro,
display
I
signs
write
of a
worse
strong
than you, bro.
character, and avoid the many
Like
toxic
when I
views and
type,
opinions.
like
Know thoroughly your own
it
character so
sends
you can
goosebumps
break
on
your
people
compulsive
skin.
patterns and take control of your destiny.
It's really when a match starts, zoom all the way in and then zoom all the
Howard
way
Hughes
out.
was an American businessman
Only
who
way to
inherited a
get maximum
fortune from his
distance, it
parents when
seems.
they died in his teenage years.
Huh.
The fortune
No
included a
child
jet
lobby in
company that was
match and
later
stuff.
turned into
Yeah,
an
yeah,
aircraft
bro.
manufacturing company.
Like, it's not like
In
the
his
game
early
is
years,
dead. It's
he
just that the
growed up in a
developers are dead.
overprotective and controlling environment.
It's like
His every
they could
action
make
was
the game
monitored
better,
and decisions made by his parents.
but it's
This made
just they
Hughes
just put it
resentful of the
aside,
lack of
and
control and
nothing you can
freedom
do
in his
about it.
life.
Unless like
After the death
somebody,
of his parents,
like if
the
they
nice
offer
and
to like give
brilliant
this game
Hughes
to
suddenly
somebody,
turned into a
I would
rebellious,
legit pick this
control-freak.
game up and like
His repressed desire for
I'll own
control
this
had
game,
come
bro.
out and created a
I
pattern
don't
for
know
the
the
rest of his life.
developers,
He would win people over
but
by his
that would
charm.
be cool as
People would
heck.
assume him to be a very successful businessman with a
No
competitive
need to type
inheritance,
anymore.
but they were not able
Almost
to
as
judge
if
his
they make
character,
our
which
typing
only
game weak.
revealed over time when it was too late.
Bro,
Hughes
like
ruined his
sometimes
business
Google
ventures
correct
and
my
even his health
my grammar
because
and
of his
stuff, and then
extreme
sometimes
control
it like
and inability
it
to
actually
set
put the
boundaries
wrong
and
thing
limits.
there instead of
This
what it's supposed
pattern
to do.
ruined his destiny. The thing about patterns
So
is that they repeat themselves and thus shape our character, which in turn determines our destiny. The most significant indicator of people's character comes through their actions over time. Despite what people say about the lessons they have learned and how they have changed over the years, you will inevitably notice the same actions and
yeah,
decisions
don't
repeating
watch
in your
this stream when you
personal
play,
life.
bro. You're gonna lag like
The
crazy.
second most important indicator of
Pause the
someone's
stream
character is
and
how
just
they
text
act in the
me in
present.
game.
A person with a strong character has clear
Like I don't
values
really mind
and
if
is
you pause
unwilling
it,
to compromise on them. They show resilience and
honestly.
persistence under pressure. The person with a weak character, on the other hand, gives up. Similarly, how people handle power and responsibility will tell you a lot about them. As Abraham Lincoln said, if you want to test a man's character, give him power. To succeed in life, you must play to your strengths. But unfortunately, most people let their ego come in the way of their success. They try to improve their innate weaknesses, and so they end up wasting a lot of time and energy. People with superior character understand their limitations. They know that there is both good and bad to every human being, and so they work on improving their strengths and increase their awareness about their own patterns. Keep in mind that most people will keep repeating their patterns throughout their life, making it easier for you to understand their character by focusing on these patterns. Similarly, understand your own patterns to play to your strengths. By nature, we humans are not easily contented with our circumstances. By some perverted force within us, the moment we possess something or get what we want, our minds begin to
If
drift
I had
towards
left
something
that, you
new
probably
and
would
better.
have died.
We imagine that we can have it better. The more distant and unattainable this new object, the greater is our desire to have it. We can call this the
Oh, I
grass is
left
always
Nail.
greener syndrome. It is like an
The
optical
guys
illusion.
in Nail
If we
are
get too
pretty
close to the
toxic
grass,
and
which
racist.
means to that new object, we see that it is not exactly as we
That's part of
expected.
the reason
The
why this
mystery
game
wears
is
off.
kinda dead.
Closer to home, we can see the syndrome at work in our
Like
daily lives.
I
We
like
continually
I
look
like
at other
challenging
people who
games.
seem to
I
have it
like
better than us.
competitive
We may
games,
be in a
but
perfectly satisfying relationship,
not like the
but
way
our
other
minds
people
often
like it.
drift toward a new
Like
person,
some people go
someone who doesn't have the
really
real flaws of our partner.
like
On top
really
of it,
go crazy.
we dream of being taken out of our boring life by traveling to a new culture that is exotic and where people are just happier than in the grimy cities where we live. In all these cases, if we get closer to the people we envy, that supposed happy family or that utopia, we would see through the illusion. And often when we act on these desires, we soon become disappointed at their reality. But it doesn't change our behavior. We still want the next object glittering in the distance. And so the next exotic coat or get rich quick scheme will inevitably seduce us. We can explain this human nature to our advantage by creating some mystery, which I will explain soon. Anyways, this syndrome can be explained by three qualities of the human brain. The first is known as induction. This is how something positive generates a contrasting negative image in our mind. This is most obvious in our visual system. When we see some color, for example black, it tends to intensify our perception of the opposite color around us, which in this case would be white. In general, the mind operates by contrasts. It is necessary as we formulate concepts about something by becoming aware of its opposite. What this means is that whenever we see or imagine something, our minds cannot help but see or imagine the opposite. If we are forbidden by our culture to think a particular thought or entertain a particular desire, that taboo instantly brings to the mind the very thing that we are forbidden. Every no sparks a corresponding yes. If our early ancestors had been prone to feeling content with their circumstances, they would not have been sensitive enough to possible dangers that lurked in the most apparently safe environment. We survived and thrived through our continual conscious alertness, which predisposed us to thinking and imagining the possible negative in any circumstance. We are inclined, therefore, toward a continual negative bias. What is real and what is imagined are both experienced almost similarly in the brain. This has been demonstrated through various experiments in which subjects who imagine something produce electrical and chemical activity in their brains that is remarkably similar to when they actually live out what they are imagining. What this means is that our imagination is essentially limitless, and what we imagine has almost the force of what we actually experience. And so we become creatures who are continually prone to imagining something
Damn, you're
better in
serious
present
explain.
circumstances. and feeling some pleasure in the release from reality that our imagination brings us. You see yourself in a special way, but to other people, you are just a person among others. And as a person, you inspire either curiosity and excitement or indifference. At worst, you may inspire hostility. Keep in mind that people project onto you their own fantasies and preconceptions. By understanding and taking control of other people's perceptions, you or your work can become more desirable. The following are the three main strategies for becoming more desirable. Know how and when to withdraw. Things are mostly judged by their appearances, and too much exposure makes you look common and makes other people get tired of you. Learn to create some mystery, be cold and unavailable sometimes so that you won't be taken for granted. Create rivalries of desire. When one person desires something, other people start desiring it as well. That's how trends are created. For us humans, competing for someone's attention is quite common. Use this to your advantage. Use induction. Associate yourself to some degree with the unconventional. Your goal is to stand out of the crowd. By standing out and differentiating yourself from others, you automatically become desirable.
What?
It is in the animal part of our nature to be most impressed by what we can see and hear in the present, or whatever seems the most dramatic. This is what makes us fall for alluring schemes that promise quick results or easy money. And it is the exact same thing that makes us overreact to present circumstances. We become overly exhilarated or panicky as events turn one direction or the other.
Starlight, guide us.
Let's round them up like cattle.
You should measure people by the narrowness or breadth of their vision. Avoid entangling yourself with those who cannot see the consequences of their actions. These people are in a continual reactive mode, and they will infect you with this energy as well. Your eyes must be on the larger trends that govern events and which are not immediately visible. Never lose sight of your long-term goals. With an elevated perspective, you will have the patience and clarity to reach almost any objective.
Yeah.
Every event is connected to something that happened before in an endless chain of historical happenings. Any present problem has deep roots in the past, and it also encompasses the future. Whatever we do has consequences that stretch far into the years to come. When we limit our thinking to what our senses immediately provide, we are no longer aware of why or how things come about. We
Sorry, I'm
imagine
not
that
good
some
with
successful scheme that has lasted a few months can only get better. We react to what is given in the moment based on only a small piece of the big puzzle. The result of all this is that our actions lead to unintended consequences, or even to disasters like the South Sea crash or the recent crash of 2008.
Your team claimed
There is,
the
in
orb.
fact, a way for us humans to give ourselves an expanded view in the present moment. We can call this the
Death
far-sighted
vortex
perspective.
incoming.
First, when facing a problem, conflict, or some exciting opportunity, we train ourselves to detach from the heat of the moment. We work to
oh
calm
shit.
down our excitement or our fear and get some distance.
uh,
Next, we start to make our
my
perspective deep and
Tia
wide.
is not up ready.
In considering the nature of the problem we are confronting, we don't just grab for an immediate explanation, but instead we dig deeper and consider other possibilities and possible motivations for the people involved. We force ourselves to look at the overall context of the event, not just what immediately grabs our attention. We focus on our long term goals and realign our priorities in the present according to them. In simple words, this process involves a distance from the present, a deeper look at the source of problems, a wider perspective on the overall
Your
context
team
of the
won the
situation,
orb.
and a look further into the future, which obviously includes the consequences of our actions and our own long term priorities. As with most elements of human nature, awareness is the key. Only by seeing the signs of short sightedness in ourselves we can combat them. The following are the four most common manifestations of
Enemy
short-term
team won
thinking.
the orb.
Unintended consequences. In the 19th century India, which was under the British rule, there were too many venomous cobras in the streets of Delhi. The authorities announced that for every killed
Damn.
cobra brought to them, a
Round
reward will be
lost.
given. Soon after this, the locals started to breed cobras in order to make a living. And by the time the government cancelled its program, there were 3 times more cobras than before. Any phenomenon in the world is by nature complex. An action sets off a limitless chain of reactions. It is never as simple as event A leading to event B. The event B will further lead to event C, then to D, and beyond. You cannot possibly map out these chain of events or get complete control over consequences. But by making your thinking more consequential, you can at least become aware of the more obvious negative consequences that could ensue. And this often spells the difference between success and disaster. Our minds are designed for strategic thinking and calculating several moves in advance towards our goals. But in tactical hell, you can never raise your perspective high enough to think in that manner. That is because you're constantly reacting to the moves of another person and not being proactive. Embroiled in their dramas and emotions, you keep going around in
Enemy
circles.
team won the
The
orb.
only solution is to sacrifice your ego and back down. Remind yourself that winning an argument or proving your point gets you nowhere in the long run. Win through your actions, not your words. During the run up to the 1929 crash on Wall Street, many people had become addicted to playing the stock market, and this addiction had a physical component, which was the sound of the ticker tape that registered each change in a stock's price. Hearing that clicking noise indicated something was happening. Somebody was trading and making a
Bruh.
fortune. Many felt drawn to the sound itself, which
Round
felt like the
lost.
heartbeat of Wall Street. We no longer have the ticket tape, but many of us have become addicted to the minute by minute news cycle, to the latest trends. We feel like we are connected to the very flow of life itself, to events as they change in real.
Admiral Maxwell Forrest's personal log. I've arrived on Vulcan hopeful that the High Command is finally ready to conduct joint missions with Starfleet.
Admiral, the High Command will tell you its decision at the proper time.
After all we've been through, I'd rather hear the good news from you.
The High Command hasn't included me in their discussions.
They're not telling their own ambassador to Earth what they're planning. Welcome to the club.
Admiral, I know you find our reluctance to share technology and discovery restrictive.
I could think of a few stronger
Your
words than
team
that.
claimed the orb.
We don't know what to do about humans. Of all the species we've made contact with, yours is the only one we can't define. You have the arrogance of Andorians, the stubborn pride of Tellarites. One moment you're driven by your emotions as Klingons, and the next you confound us by suddenly embracing logic.
I'm sure those qualities
Enemy
are found in
team
every
won
species.
the orb.
Not in such confusing abundance.
Oh, fuck me.
The death vortex is incoming.
Vulcans afraid of humans? Why?
Because there is one species we remind us of.
Vulcans.
We had our wars, Admiral, just as humans did. Our planet was devastated, our civilization nearly destroyed. Logic saved us. But it took almost 1,500 years
You gotta-
to rebuild our
Your
world
team
and travel
won
to the
the
stars.
orb.
You humans did the same in less than a century. There are those on the High Command
Oh.
who wonder what humans would achieve in a century to come.
Gotta try to get
They
to him.
don't like the answer.
We're not the Klingons. We only want to be your
Your
partners.
team won the
Do
orb.
what the nations of Earth have learned to do. Work together in common cause.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the future of relations between our worlds is not mine to control.
claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb. The death vortex is incoming.
Reach the dawn.
Your team claimed the orb.
Lit him up, bro.
The dawn.
Sick. Duh.
Made of protons and neutrons and electrons. And if you're lucky, you're told what protons and neutrons are made of. They're made of 3 quarks each. But if they're both made of quarks, how are protons and neutrons different? You're
Nah.
not usually told this as
Get on my head.
Two, one, fight. Enemy team claimed the orb. Death vortex incoming. Your team won the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb.
Sick.
Victory.
As was foretold.
I strike when least expected.
Alright.
Hey guys, my name is Tom.
Hey!
Enemy team claimed the orb. Enemy team won the orb.
Rip.
Round lost.
I was responding to a YouTube comment.
2, 1, fight! Your team claimed the orb.
Holy fuck. I'm AFK. Okay, we're gonna get back. Okay, guys. We're gonna take that to another level.
Enemy team won the orb. The death. Two, one, fight. Enemy team claimed the orb.
No.
Enemy team won the orb.
That's okay. Casual match.
Match lost.
Sorry for the AFK, guys. I had to respond to something. Man.
Right off. Yes. I died.
Who hit Jamila out? Ah, boy. I got carried away by that R ability. I was doing too much. Whoa. Yeah, we won. In your eyes, and I see it. And like maybe try to like and a lot of stuff. Escape with me.
3, 2, 1.
Escape with me. Oh man. That guy is so close to dead. Can just finish it as
The death vortex is incoming.
rip.
Enemy team claimed the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb. Enemy team won the orb.
Boy. God Master Senpai. I am God, I am Master, I am Teacher. Bro. Angry Birds. That's what I'm watching right now.
3, 2, 1, fight. Your team won the orb.
Ah, fuck me. It's like, how the fuck did I get between these guys? Oh, he's dead.
Your team won the orb.
To pop the Q or not to pop the Q. She was fun.
Round one.
Baby dance. Baby dance, baby dance.
3, 2, 1.
One.
Enemy team claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb.
Oh.
Enemy team won the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb. Team won the orb.
Faster, please.
Round one.
I'm learning as well. Baby dance, baby dance.
3, 2, 1.
game is over.
Enemy team won the orb. Team claimed the orb. Your team won the orb. Your team won the orb.
Why you jump outside, bro? It's not fair.
Victory.
I will not disappoint you. Meow.
team claimed the orb. Death vortex incoming. Your team won the orb. I gotta do all the work. Round one.
Not all victories are won with strength.
Your team won the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Three, two, one, fight! Enemy team claimed the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb.
Rip.
Wow.
3, 2, 1. Your team won the orb. The death vortex is incoming. Your team claimed the orb. Victory.
Not all victories are won with strength alone. Time is of the essence.
Ow! Bum 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 boo boo jam boo boo jam. What?
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Bro, how did it get that?
Enemy team won the orb. Limitless growth! Three, two, one, fight! Claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb.
Are we all healers? No.
Enemy team claimed the orb. The death
Alright.
vortex is in
Stay. Stay with me.
round lost. I feel like
They enjoy that match.
Ai, gastei tanto dinheiro com esse jogo.
3, 2, 1, fight. Your team claimed the orb. Enemy team won the orb. Your team won the orb. The death vortex is in. Enemy team won the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb. One, fight! Your team claimed the orb. 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 Enemy team won the orb.
Almost got that orb.
Three, two, one, fight. Your team won the orb.
Celsia, what's up, dude? Due to amphetamine, due to amphetamine. Yeah, man, I've been chilling as well. I've been working on my game, bro. I've been working on my server. I haven't been playing Battle Royale at all. Now I come back and things just look so dull. Oh man, that stuff is tough. It's like I have like the TCP part done. I worked on UDP and I tested it and it didn't work. And it's a bummer. Like I put forward it and everything, but it still never worked. But I can still make the game run with TCP. It's just that I don't like trust it because like people say don't trust TCP and stuff like that. I don't know like how good it is. I'm using WebSocket. So WebSocket is pretty fast. I read about it. It says that you can make multiplayer games with it. I've tested it. It's pretty good. But I don't know if it can handle the workload of like, you know, like 500 people. That's not much. About like 1,000 people online and stuff like that. Like I know how to scale it and all that stuff. Like I know how to use the TCP sockets and stuff. I just wanted to try UDP because you know people say it's better. And yeah, the server I made recently to test UDP, I put it on DigitalOcean, and I try to send the same message that I sent locally that was working. I try to send it after opening the port and everything, and like it still never worked. What is that? WireGuard. And also like even if UDP works, like I would still have to like make a C# program that would like prompt the user to like I don't even know if that's gonna even help with like firewalls. I don't know if you are running something as an admin, if like the firewall can still affect it. So to avoid like UDP being blocked from other people like device, I'll have to like make another program that will prompt the user to like accept like, oh, you want to run this as an admin and stuff like that. That's so much work. Like right now I'm just using socket.io and it's pretty fun. I'm just gonna stick with it and use Redis to like cache data and make the server side a little bit faster. Not like it's not fast, it's just like I think I'm doing extra. It feels so it feels so depressing. Like I feel like I'm doing little and then I'm also feeling like I'm doing extra. I'm sure there is a workaround. Yeah, I'm doing TCP is way easier. Like the socket IO TCP is like you just have to like read like one page and you know how to use it. Do you want someone to help test it for you? Are you in the US? Cause the last time I tested with it was like with guys from like Netherlands and from like Mexico. It's like I don't really have like countries out of the US like in mind for my game, honestly. I just want to make something like that scales locally. And I can put it on Steam when I get my driver license and stuff. Yeah, I do know how to scale my application, like using clusters and cloud computation and stuff. So it's been a while though, like 6 months or something. Da.
Your team claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Death vortex approaching. Your team won the orb.
And I also left nail channels. I noticed the guys that don't like black people. Yeah, bro. That would be nice if you could help me test my server. Bro, like, I think you know my YouTube channel. Like, if you check my Twitch, maybe my YouTube channel is in there. Like, I've been testing that stuff, like, movement hack and stuff. When people try to change that position, I send a message to, like, reposition them.
2, 1, fight.
And all that stuff. Like, I understand the TCP because I've been working on it for, like, a while now. Like, I made a game with it. Like the game I'm working on, I made a prototype, and then I went ahead and like I tested it on the server, and I realized that in order for me to make it right, I actually have to always test it on the server. Like I was testing the server locally, and then when I hosted it, it showed something else, like physics not working properly and shit like that. Like sometimes message not going through. And then I just
Enemy team won the orb.
this is why like people say when you about to make a multiplayer game, you should make it from the scratch to be a multiplayer game. Like from the very beginning. If you make the single player part first, and then you decide to make the multiplayer later, or to integrate a networking part later, you are making a single player game, and then you are making a multiplayer game. You are not making a multiplayer game. Basically, it's like double work. Oh, I am hitting everything, baby. I am hitting everything.
Enemy team won the
Da 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 pee pee chow, pee pee chow. Oof.
Your team claimed the orb.
Why were you really hashtag 2 in 3v3? Somebody just texted that. I have no idea what that means. Or number 2 in 3v3. Somebody texted that. Oof. I guess these guys know each other. Da 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 ba da ba da ba PP-chan, PP-chan.
Your team claimed the orb.
Da ba da ba da ba da PP-chan, PP-chan. Oof, 2 ashes. Oh boy. Nah, I was trying to get the orb. Jamila's still in my way. I killed her and now they took the orb. Da 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 PP-chan, PP-chan. Oh boy, that's not pretty. Yeah, ma. I should turn it on. Okay. The light is on. Ma, you cook soup?
Move.
Have you played Battle Royale recently? Like, I noticed you guys queuing for like ranked matches, but this game is like queuing like intro queue and like nails and stuff like takes for like ever, and then adding the drama of like people not wanting to queue it because you queue. It's not like random because like when you queue people see your name and stuff like that. So eventually like it kind of like weeds out some people and it kind of like removes variety. I don't know what that means. Tell F I'm watching him through his window right now. What? Hold on, is my stream kind of like, do I have like my browser open again? No.
Now this is what I've been waiting for. 2, 1, fight.
baby chance. You guys hearing this Angry Bird movie in the background? Oh, EF.I? Oh, that's is that a guy you talking about? Like the guy who somebody asked if he's like number 2 in 3v3s? I don't know that. I don't know like most of these guys in rank. Like the only people I know like Sketchy.
Your team won the
Oh.
Your team won the
That was a shitload of damage. This Vago is really good. He was the Jom. Was the Jumong on my team. So like flashing in my eyes. I can't see. I'm legally blind.
enemy team claimed the orb. Your team claimed the orb. The death vortex is incoming.
GG's. I didn't have to do anything there. Yeah, I've been a little bit busy these days. I'm actually like drifting away a little by little from battle right, but it's not like I'm not like taking battle right too seriously. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be playing battle right. It's just that I'm playing it as a casual now. Like I know that I know how hard I can push battle right without like going on the other side. If you know what I mean. Bro, that app you're trying to make, man, don't give up, bro. Like game dev is like really it's like stupid hard and like so freaking frustrating. That's the same way you're gonna feel when you're trying to like make whatever decent thing that you want if you're trying to bring it alive. Like you don't know how many times I sat down and like and just look at myself and be like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like I could be doing something else. I could be trying to rank up in battle royale or something. But I'm kind of like used to that now. It's like I want to get this game done no matter what. Like I started it and I want to play it and I'm gonna finish it. Even if like it's not like the best whatever, I'll keep changing my option and managing my option until I get to what I want, you know, which is to get a game that I can play and you know share with. I'm on a WireGuard page. It said you will first. I mean, yeah, you will first want to make sure you have a decent grasp of the conceptual overview. Isn't concept the same thing? And then install WireGuard. After that, read onwards here. Side by side video. I can't read out loud. Before explaining the actual commands in detail, it may be extremely instructive to first watch them being used by two peers being configured side by side. So peer connection stuff. Wire guy. What is this thing? I want to know. What is WireGuard? Side by side video. Let me see. I know there's like a connection thing, but is it like a UDP connection? Is it like? Because I'm using Unity right now. Like, if you guys, if I was in how you call it? If I was in Nail or TrueQ, you could have actually seen me like playing Unity. That's me developing my game right there. So can this work with Unity? This WireGuard thing? So modern VPN. Stop. Angry Bird. Wait, shit, we got a game.
Fighting groups?
It's its own protocol, sorta. Oh, it's its own protocol, so it's not UDP, it's not TCP, it's WireGuard as WireGuard connection. It's like Redis. It's not like Redis is not like, you know, NoSQL or something. It's just its own thing as a catching architecture.
I'll handle this.
I'll read more about it. I should enjoy watching YouTube videos, like hours-long YouTube videos. That's what I bench listening to most of the time, because I'm like, oof, that's not pretty. I'm gonna sponge this up. I gotta heal my ally. Holy fuck, I'm dead, man.
Enemy team won the orb. Enemy team claimed the orb.
You gotta kill JY. I'm a dead man. Oh crap.
Enemy team won the orb.
Oof, it's really tough. WireGuard is an extremely simple yet fast and modern VPN that utilizes state-of-the-art cryptography. It aims to be faster, simpler, leaner, and more useful than IPsec. IPsec? Yeah, IPsec. While avoiding the massive headache, it intends to be considerably more performant than OpenVPN. WireGuard is designed as a general-purpose VPN for running on embedded interfaces and supercomputer alike. This is sounding like a VPN more than the. She just jumped. What are you gonna do about that, Destiny? Oh fuck, she got it all too.
Enemy team won the orb. Your team claimed the orb. The death vortex is incoming. Enemy team won the orb. Eat them.
I'm almost. Oh my god, if Jay kills me, that would be crazy. Vanguard is an application and a network protocol for setting up encrypted VPN tunnels. It is licensed as free software under the GPLv2 license and is available across different platforms. Wire Vanguard has been directly integrated into the Linux kernel since the spring of 2020. You can ask EIF, about more about it. Have you seen a case where it been used in games? This Jade is not playing around. I can't see her. I guess I'll go for the freaking.
Your team claimed the orb.
Oh, she's dead. Just gotta keep my ally alive. She's a dead meat.
Death vortex approaching. Roll out.
I just gotta get one hit in there. Come on, please, let me hit you. Cause I was hacked hardcore at one point, so he set up the tunnel for me. What caused the hack? What do you be doing, bro? Do you go to Pirate Bay? Do you download illegal stuff? Do you turn off your VPN that Windows has that kind of like hacks on, spies on you as well while it protects you? Windows. Come on, baby. She just jumped. Gotta know where she is.
Enemy team claimed the orb.
Oh, fuck. You gotta attack the,
Enemy team won the orb. Blast off! Take this!
Oh, no, I missed.
Your team claimed the orb. Death vortex incoming.
Nice work, Destiny.
Match victory.
It is no coincidence.
He said motherfuckers who hype me were high class ballers. What did it do to you, bro? What was their aim? What were they trying to accomplish in a sense? Cause I've almost been hacked. My YouTube channel almost been stolen. Well, I didn't even know I was being hacked. But actually, like, I don't know. I don't know how I saved myself from being hacked from those guys. So basically, there was like a bot going around that would ask you, do you want to be friends and stuff like that, and then eventually it will like take over. I mean, at that point, it have already taken over your channel, and then it's like they seize your channel and then they copy all. Hold up, do they copy all the videos or something, bro? And then they put it on another channel or something. So something like that was happening to me, and I got asked, "Do you want to be friends?" And then I replied, "It depends on your interest," and something like that. And the bot didn't respond again. And then when I went to check YouTube, and they said that there was that bot going around. hacking people channels and stuff, and I was like, bruh, how did they miss me? Or how did I get saved? Like, I don't even know. Maybe I was being friendly, and the person was like, oh, maybe this guy is a cool guy. I'm gonna play my Angry Bird video. If you have Netflix, it's like $8 a month for like, I don't know, like I don't watch like human videos. I don't know, like real videos and stuff. I watch like cartoons and stuff, so I don't really need that much resolution. So even though I'm paying like $8 and the resolution is supposed to be garbage, I still like get like HD. But it's all DPS. Are you ready to rumble? Chop, 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 motherfucker. Oh boy. Come on. This is too chaotic. Ah boy. How you leave me with 3 of them? Nah, we don't have to clump up like this. Yeah, ma. Yeah. I had 2 classes today. Oh, as usual. Okay. Internet. Oh, your computer is disconnected. Oh. They're trying to block you? I don't know really what somebody would want to do hacking another person apart from like Like if you cannot handle ray gun, don't attack him. Oh boy, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. Where is the Shifu? Oh my, look at she. What is he doing? Hey, this is casual match. No, it's a decent try. Melee brigade. Or if somebody hack my computer, I don't really know what they're gonna get. Like some of my assignment, they're gonna take it and do it for me. Some of my projects and stuff. I guess I shouldn't kill as a melee now. Everybody killing as a melee. I'm gonna kill as a blossom. Using your Xfinity Wi-Fi. Bro, Xfinity is... Oh my god. My experience with the version of Wi-Fi that I got is hotspot. It's so bad, like after like your first I don't know, like 20 GB of like usage, the rest is like so garbage. Even though they like say you're still gonna be getting boost speed and like they're not gonna like take you off like very often. They're just gonna take you off if the server really needs some bandwidth and stuff. Like that isn't the case, you know. Like I mean that wasn't the case for me. Like my hotspot was so bad and I couldn't even log on to battle right. I had to like use my phone and then another network through my phone to hook it up as a hotspot for me to use it. So how is your Xfinity Wi-Fi connection going? Hold up, you using a modem? Like you should try the hotspot for them, and you will experience what I did. I guess not having modem comes with all the drawbacks that I had. Using your laptop, so you're using hotspot? Like the $50 stuff that they give, like, cause I used the $50 stuff for like 3 months or so. Yeah, bro, like that stuff, like I played like one battle right game with it, and then next thing you know, it just started responding, it started lagging all over the map. I mean, you could easily get like 1 hour of Wi-Fi or free data by like making a new account, like signing up and stuff. Because that's how they give you like 1 hour free. You could do that repeatedly, or you could maybe like make like a hotspot, use a VPN, change your address each time. I don't know, but man, I just won't bother with like, oh, 1 hour do for me. I want something that will last for a while.
Let's get this over with. I'm here to Enemy team claimed the orb. Your team won the orb. Your team claimed the orb. Death vortex. Your team claimed the orb.
Hmm. It's only temporary. So which have I asked you which job you do? If you don't mind, would you like to share with me and these guys in Twitch chat right now? What do you do, bro? What's your expertise and your specialties? Mamma mia.
3, 2, 1, fight! Your team won the orb. Your team claimed the orb.
I'm not even giving buff to my Jade. Oh well.
Death vortex incoming.
Ba ba da ba 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 da ba bu bu cha bu bu chang. Oh, the employee. That's not good. Same here. I don't work in a sense. But I'm not in a situation where I need to work. My older brother works. He actually likes it. Why other people complain like 9 to 5? My bro actually likes getting up like 10 p.m. to go to work and then coming back like the next morning.
Your team won the order. Enemy team won the order. Enemy team claimed the order.
They're gonna die.
The death vortex is incoming. Your team won the order.
Oh damn, she got both of them. Hmm. Yeah, man. That's one of the problems too with like finding jobs. Like deciding on what you want to do. But what will I know? I never actually worked before. But that's also like taking up your time. You gotta like just pick something. When something drop, pick something and use it like as a bounce bag or whatever. Bouncing board. Until you find something that you want to do at them, like that you're sure about. And then you just pick it up. I'm gonna do Lucy right now. Like the way I'm playing right now. Like I just pick whatever I want. I mean whatever I see until something interesting come in mind. I start doing it. Hold on, what's the time? Oh damn, it's 1? Boy. This is probably gonna be my last match, guys. Yeah, good money. But are you gonna be doing that on like 2 to 3 stories buildings? Cause that's dangerous job right there, bro. That's some danger zone stuff you talking about. So which type of environment are you gonna be in? Cause that matter a lot, bro. For your own safety, you know. Good money, flexible hours. Sounds too good to be interesting, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing that, don't push it, bro. Like know your limits. Like this heighting, like I don't like heights. It's not like I'm afraid of height, but if I have another option, I'll definitely pick it. Oh, this shit got pepper. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Bro. I never... I'm a noob, bro. I thought you talking about those guys who can like tie ropes on it. Ooh, this thing got pepper. Ooh. I thought you talking about those guys who washes windows, like they scrub the window of this thing, like I thought you were talking about that. But it's delivery. My bro does delivery too. Whoa, excuse me. You say it's a good amount of income. It produces a good amount of income. So if you're doing something like that, my advice is yeah, I thought you were gonna be washing windows like on the houses. That shit's dangerous. He said I'm not. He's like hanging on the side. Yeah, bro, that's what they be doing. They'll be on the side of like two-story tall buildings, scrubbing the windows. Yeah, this is my last match. So my advice basically is you gotta like watch some YouTube videos about like mechanical stuff if you're doing delivery. He's almost dead, baby. You can finish him and then finish the destiny. Oh. Two things, my advice is two things. Know a little bit of the vehicle that you're using, and then get some good sleep. But that's like the two things my bro face right now as a problem. Well, as for the sleeping part, I don't really know like if he's getting enough sleep, but he seems to be fine. Like he wake up like all energized and stuff. So I'm gonna assume he get good sleep. As for the mechanical part, my bro just buys stuff based on the look. The car that he got right now, he actually just bought it and just brought it because it looked pretty, and maybe like his friends actually told him that it was good, and then he realized that the car was actually garbage. Like me and my bros are different. Like if I want something, I'll like do like full research. Like sometimes it would take me days to like research that stuff. Once I get it, I don't really care about it anymore. As for my bro, he would like watch the video that influenced him to get those stuff, but he won't do research on what he actually wants. Yo, look at that logic. I actually use my fear to get away from this guy. She is in so much trouble. I don't know what I do right now. I'm dead. I'm a dead man. Yeah. I used to be a roofer. Oh, that's another interesting job too. On a danger part. And I used to free run. I don't know what does that mean. I'm not scared of heights. Oh boy. Bro, you must be lucky. Like you must be lucky to have like the trait of not being fearful of height. Cause I go crazy when I'm like 5 feet up. How are you dying, bro? Like I thought you were gonna finish him. He was super low. Oh boy, I am a dead man. Fuck. We gotta get out of here. Damn. I didn't want to end on a bad note, but we did. You said I'll be doing it on bike. Damn, I see you. You be biking. Can you do that like the one hand? I mean I don't even know how you call those tricks. But when I bike, I'm able to like release one of my hands and like use my other hand to bike, and then I can like pop the wheel. Oh shit. Parkour, bro. How do they even do that? Wait, we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna turn the battle right off and then I'm gonna enable something else. Pikachu. I choose you, Pikachu. Properties. Wait. Okay. Poppy, Sharpie, Doopy, Doopy, Doop. Poppy, Sharpie, Doopy, Doopy, Doop. Bro, this stuff is crazy. How do they do that?
Coming through the noise. I'm floating through outer space. I'm all the lights going dark and my hopes destroyed. Help me. Is anyone there?
Probably gotta like change the quality. It's like at something 144. Mayday. Bro, that shit is scary.
It's so dark out here in space. And it's been so long since I've seen a face. My eyes are shut, but I can see the void between you and me. And I feel like I'm going insane. Help me. Is anybody there?
Damn.
Save me. I'm running out of air. Calling out Mayday. Calling out Mayday.
Hold on, you guys. I gotta see if you guys are chatting right now. I got it on full screen so I can used to do that. Remember when I show you the photo of me when I was muscular? It was from Free Ronnie. Damn. Bro. It's crazy.
Beyond stars, I hear their song. They're coming closer.
Okay, I'm about to pack up and prepare for my snack.
Calling out Mayday. Calling out Mayday. Save me. I'm running out of air. I'm running out of air. I'm
Damn. Got some dirty dishes here.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun?
Alright, I'm gonna let this play. Yeah, guys, I think it's I'm just doing all my stuff that I do before I go to bed. So I gotta wash these dishes, take out the trash, and if I find some snacks around, I just eat it and then I go to bed. Damn, he did a spin. I'm gonna take out this trash. It's a lot. Alright, bro. Peace out, man. Yeah, stream is over. It's time for me to say good night.
Go to stunsamazing.com/shop to get one before it's too late, or click on the link in the description below. Click here.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay this stuff down.
Or here for our last video, and here to subscribe to Stunts Amazing.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. I free up the dollar that I got, and then I probably went and consumed it. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even want to do it. I've been smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm insane. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat from the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million motherfuckers that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to hold my pain. See the sun coming out of my brain. My team really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, silence cage. It's taking over.
Alright, guys. It was awesome hanging out. And now it's time for me to recharge my batteries. Peace out. See you guys when I see you guys in the nearest future. Bye bye.